God is speaking to you right now. This is not a coincidence. This message is urgent. He wants you to know that the person in your heart is not there by chance. It's not random. This is part of His divine plan. You may feel unsure. You may have doubts or fears. But God's voice is clear today. He is calling you to step into a sacred union. This is more than love. It's about destiny. Before March 31st, He is asking you to act, to trust Him, to move forward in obedience. This person isn't just anyone. They are chosen for you. God has prepared them to walk beside you. You've prayed for answers. You've asked God for clarity. This is His answer. He knows your future. He sees the blessings waiting for you. This marriage is part of His perfect plan. You may be hesitating. You may feel overwhelmed. But God does not bring confusion. This is His calling for your life. This person will strengthen you. They will draw you closer to Him. God's timing is always perfect. He knows when to open doors. But delays could mean missed opportunities. The spiritual realm is moving right now. God is orchestrating events in your favor. He's asking for your trust. The enemy will try to distract you. He will plant fear and confusion in your mind. But God is calling you to step out in faith. You've asked God for signs. You've wanted assurance. This message is confirmation. Pray and ask Him to confirm it in your heart. He will answer. He always does. This person is an answer to your prayers. You've asked for someone to walk with you in faith. This is that person. God's plan is unfolding now. March 31st is a turning point. Don't let fear hold you back. This marriage is not ordinary. It is sacred. It is designed by heaven. Together, you will fulfill God's purpose. Your union will glorify Him. It will inspire others. God sees what you cannot see. He knows every detail of your life. And He knows this person is for you. You've been waiting for clarity. This is it. God is asking you to trust Him. He has already gone ahead of you. He's preparing the way. But it requires your obedience. Take the first step. Move forward in faith. Pray together. Seek wisdom from godly counsel. Build your foundation on Him. He will guide and strengthen you. Life won't always be easy. But with God at the center, you will overcome. This is His promise. God's hand has been on your life from the beginning. He has been preparing you for this moment. This is your time to act. This union is more than companionship. It's a divine covenant. It's sacred. Together, you will accomplish things you never imagined. Your partnership will reflect God's love. It will be a testimony to the world. God's timing is not an accident. March 31st is a significant date. It's the moment where everything changes. Trust Him now. You may not have all the answers. But God doesn't call the qualified. He qualifies those He calls. If He's calling you, He will equip you. He will provide what you need. Take the first step today. Pray for courage. Ask Him to fill you with peace. Fear does not come from God. Fear comes from the enemy. God has given you courage and strength. He's asking you to trust Him completely. He's asking you to let go of your doubts. He's asking you to move forward. When you act in obedience, blessings follow. God's favor rests on those who trust Him. His blessings overflow into every part of your life. You've been waiting for this moment. God's timing is perfect. It may not make sense now, but trust Him. He sees the big picture. You only see a small part. But He's asking you to trust His plan. His plan is always for your good. Even when the path seems uncertain, even when you feel unsure, God knows the desires of your heart. He knows what you've prayed for. He knows what you need before you ask. This union is an answer to those prayers. This person is not in your life by chance. God has woven your paths together for a reason. Together, you will glorify Him. Your marriage will serve His kingdom. It will be a blessing to others. Don't let fear or doubt stop you. God has already prepared the way. He's just waiting for you to walk in it. Pray for confirmation. Ask Him to guide your steps. He will answer. This is not a time for hesitation. God has been preparing both of you for this moment. Every experience, every lesson, every prayer has led to now. This is His perfect design. He doesn't make mistakes. He doesn't forget His promises. You may feel unprepared. You may feel uncertain. But God is steady. He has already worked out the details. Even when you can't see the full picture, He can. His ways are higher than ours. Step into His plan with faith. Don't let fear steal this blessing. Fear is not from God. When you trust Him, He will honor your faith. He will guide your steps. Each step will bring you closer to His promises. This marriage is more than love. It is a divine partnership. It is part of God's greater purpose. Your union will inspire others. Through your love, people will see God's hand. Your marriage will reflect His glory. But you must act. The time is now. Delaying could close doors meant to open. March 31st is a significant date. It is a moment of alignment. God's timing is never random. He has chosen this time for you. He is opening doors in the spiritual realm. Doors that no one else can open. But those doors won't stay open forever. God is asking you to step through. Don't let hesitation hold you back. Pray for clarity. Ask God to confirm this message in your spirit. He will answer you. His voice is clear if you listen. He is speaking to you through this moment. Through His word. Through His spirit. Through this message. Don't let distractions cloud your mind. The enemy will try to confuse you. He will try to fill your heart with doubt. But God's voice is not confusing. His voice brings peace. His direction is always clear. Ask Him to quiet the noise around you, to give you clarity and courage. He will guide your heart. This person is an answer to your prayers. They are part of God's design for your life. Their presence is not random. God has prepared them for you, and He has prepared you for them. This is part of His perfect plan. Together, you will accomplish things you can't imagine. Your partnership will glorify Him. Your love will reflect His love to the world. This is more than a relationship. It's a calling, a divine covenant. God wants to use your union for His kingdom, to inspire others, to serve others, to reflect His glory. Your marriage will be a testimony to His goodness. But you must trust Him. You must act in faith. You must move forward. The time is now. The window of opportunity is open. God is waiting for you to walk in obedience. Pray together. Seek His face together. Ask Him for wisdom and direction. He will provide it. He never leaves His children without guidance. He will light the path for you. Each step you take in faith will bring you closer to His promise. Even when the path feels uncertain, even when you don't have all the answers, God equips those He calls. He will give you the courage you need. He will give you the strength to move forward. When you step out in faith, His favor follows. Blessings will overflow into every part of your life. His favor is on this union. You may not feel ready, but God doesn't call the ready. He calls the willing. If you are willing to trust Him, He will take care of the rest. He will provide everything you need. He will strengthen you where you feel weak. This person is part of your destiny. They are not just someone you met by chance. God has been orchestrating your paths to cross. He has been working behind the scenes, preparing both of you for this moment. Now He is asking you to step forward. This is not just about love. It's about purpose. It's about fulfilling God's plan for your lives. Together, you will glorify Him. Your partnership will reflect His love to the world. Your faith will inspire others. Don't let doubt or fear stop you. God's hand is on your life. He has been guiding you every step of the way. This is the next chapter in your story. It's a chapter filled with hope, joy, and promise. But it requires faith. Faith means stepping out when you don't have all the answers. It means trusting God, even when the future feels uncertain. It means saying yes to His plan. His plan is always better than ours. It's filled with blessings we can't even imagine. But we have to trust Him. Pray for courage. Ask Him to fill you with boldness and peace. He will meet you where you are. He will guide you every step of the way. You don't have to do this alone. God is with you. His Spirit is empowering you right now. His hand is on your life. He is preparing the way for you. Take the first step. Move forward in faith. God will handle the rest. He is faithful. He has never failed you. And He won't start now. This union is part of His perfect plan. It's not just about you. It's about His kingdom. Together, you will fulfill His purpose. You will accomplish things you never imagined. Your partnership will reflect His love to the world.